What's up, everybody? Renee LaSalle with LiveLikeLocals.tv. Welcome back to another Savannah Spotlight. We are so excited about this conversation. Right now, I want to introduce you to my partner in crime,
Frederick Hogsett Jr. Good to meet you.
We're loving us some Frederick. We are talking about veterans. Here in this community, 5 military installations just in our backyard. But Dr. Faye Prescott, she's not just in this community. She is around the entire country with her awesome organization. Yeah. It is My Veterans Place. Dr. Prescott, number one, thank you for being here. Your story is wonderful. Why did you say, I have to help veterans?
Because I'm a veteran myself. Mm-hmm. And when I got out of the military, I knew the help that I wanted or needed, and the information that I needed. Didn't know where to go. There was no, when you get out, there's no one standing on the other side saying, giving you directions. Hey, you need to make sure you go here. Make sure you're connected to the VA. Make sure you keep all of your records. Make sure before you get out, get your medical records. Make sure you get your personnel records. Make sure they have the right mailing address when you get out. There was nobody there to guide me at that time. So those are one of the biggest things is to be able to give guidance to a lot of veterans that's transitioning out of the military.
Wow. I mean, it's literally a complete change of life. It's a different language. It's a loss of support. Yes. You, sir, have gone through it. Can you tell everybody why it's so awesome for you to be part of this conversation?
Well, as a Coast Guard veteran, my son's currently active duty Army. My wife is a Marine Corps veteran. Mm-hmm. I mean, you have a transition from that military life where everything's done for you and you have your standard operating procedure and your support to civilian life, and you're in a whole different alien world. Mm-hmm. And I think that what you do is so important, because when I got out, there was nobody to guide me through that. Mm-hmm. Nobody I had the same conversations with. So talk about like that support system.
That support system is very important. I had my husband. And if I didn't have him, I would have never got connected to the VA. He was the one that got me connected to the VA and be able to get the different resources that I needed. If I didn't have him, I probably never would have been connected to the VA and not sitting here saying that I'm going to help veterans. Because I wouldn't have saw the need at the time. I saw the need, and I wanted to be here to be able to guide these veterans and be able to let them connect to all the different resources that they need. Yeah,
because it's far beyond just the VA. What do our veterans need? Just tell us what you do, I guess is the best way to ask that.
We're a service organization, for one. One of our first things we do when we talk to a veteran is we say, are you connected to the VA? If they're already connected to the VA, we talk to them to see what is it how can we be of help to them. There is no blanket help to help everybody. They need to let us know what help they need. So that's when we address what resources that we need to connect them to if we can't help them ourselves. Some of them just need someone to talk to. They just need that connection with another veteran who understands them, who doesn't look at them as though they're crazy of what they're talking about, because we hear a lot of that. Family members will call them crazy, say they're always talking about the military, talking about this, talking about that, and they just watch them out and say they're crazy and they got PTSD and they need to go talk to a doctor or somebody. So some of them, they just need to just be connected to a veteran community. So one of our things is to be able to bring our veterans together to make a stronger military community, to be able to rely on each other, because that's what we was doing in the military. Mm-hmm. We were buddies in the military. We were partners in arms, and we relied on each other. We became stronger. It's the armed forces. So all of us, no matter what branch you served, we all became one big military community. And all of us took that same oath. The oath was not different. No matter where you were going, we took that same oath.
That's right.
So,
one thing that I'm really excited about, though, is that you are getting calls from VAs around the country and able to reach resources wherever that veteran is. How does that work?
It's a lot of work. Because what we don't want veterans to do, or families to do, is to be the one to call all of these different organizations, and they're not the organization you're looking for. So we always say, let us do the footwork. Let us make the calls, let us gather the resources and direct them exactly to where they need to go. So what I do is I connect to all of the different VAs from the areas that we get calls from, and I talk to them and I make connections with them, and I also go out to visits and talk with them and make connections with those caseworkers that are working with the veterans there. And so we do the footwork.
Yes. We
travel, we make the connections, we talk to them, because I don't want to call a VA and say, hey, I'm My Veterans Place and I'm here in Georgia and they're in California, and it's like, why are you calling us? I go to them, I explain to them who we are, what we do.
Awesome.
And so we go from there.
Because literally having someone who knows, it makes a difference when you have someone who's working your case as military.
Yes, and the VA is a great resource, but they're limited too.
Definitely,
In funding and in staff, so it's great to have another organization to help. And I think one of the biggest things is, as veterans, we have housing already taken care of when we're in the military.
Yeah.
And we have benefits for that. But transitioning out can be a whole different ballpark, because living expenses could be different. Could you talk about maybe the homeless veterans and what you do for that as well?
Yes, with the homeless veterans, those that's needing a place to live, we have those that do not have income at all. So now we have to figure out where can we move them that doesn't have income. So most of those are the tiny home villages. We help them with that application process. We put them in the system. A lot of them don't have DD-214s, because as they transition and move from place to place, they don't have DD-214s. So also we connect with DFACs and the different partners that we have with Changing Homelessness. They're able to get in the system and just all we need, and the VA, and just verify proof of service. That's all they need. Even if they don't have the DD-214, all they need is proof of service. We get them with the proof of service, we get them through the application process, everything that they need, and we help submit the application for them to the different resources, especially the tiny homes.
Right.
And we've been successful in being able to place a lot of homeless vets in the tiny homes.
And I'm so excited. I'm in love with the fact that we have a tiny veterans home community here in Savannah. Speak to what kind of a life-changing difference that type of a little group of homes can make.
Well, we've had some successful stories that's come out of the tiny homes. We do self-development workshops in these places, and we've done a home buyers workshop. What we have is a team. A home buyers workshop, a financial workshop, and then we have our real estate agents. So they all work as a team. If someone has a goal of being able to get out of the tiny homes and purchase a home, we put them with that team and we conduct those different workshops. So we have had a successful story where we've had 2 veterans be able to move out of the tiny homes and purchase a home through that program.
That's great.
And we do our financial workshops and the home buyers, because when we do it virtually, because that's when we touch the veterans and spouses all over, they'll come on and we'll have brokers on the line where they can answer questions. So those that have a goal that may not be ready right now, but they want to know what to expect. And so what we do is we prepare them. So when that 3-5 years come up, you're already prepared and you're working on it right now. So we've had a female veteran who's still active in the Air Force be able to go through our program and purchase a home in Atlanta.
Wow.
So whenever we have that, we go to the closing, because it's like
Yeah.
one of our children is purchasing the home. We got to be there. Yeah, so we get very, very excited for them. We love going to being invited to closings, promotions, retirement ceremonies, and stuff like that. So yeah, we do travel to all those different places. So it's exciting.
And speaking to my civilian listeners right now, it is literally a different language, a different set of rules, a different set of structure when you're transitioning out of the military into civilian life. It's not just going from one job to another, like civilians who are already who don't have the structure of a chain of command or anything. Speak to how that can really be a difficult thing for someone just transitioning out.
Personally, my son got out of the Marines after 5 years and worked installing IT on ships out of Charleston. Called me about a year later and said, "Dad, I don't feel like I'm doing my purpose. And I can't do stuff I was doing in the military and civilian life." And went back in the Army, and now he's in his 12th year because of that purpose. When you transition out, it's hard to find like what civilian career you want to go into, because your skills will transfer,
Right.
You know, leadership skills, management skills, things of that nature, but maybe not that job skill, or that company has that room for you. So it's a little bit tougher because there's no one there to actually give you that support, which is why it's so important.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Definitely.
Speaking of purpose, though, this is your purpose.
It is.
How has this been such a blessing for you and your family to be able to watch these lives be changed?
It's just that joy that nobody could take away from you. Being able to know that you've helped somebody to be able to cut the lights on at night.
Yeah.
Being able to have shelter or food on their table. Just knowing that you're there for them and they trust you to be there for them. That's what makes me happy, because they tease me a lot and say whenever I get another veteran, it's like, oh, mother has another child. And I'm like, that's right, and don't mess with my children.
Don't forget it either.
That's
I love
right,
it.
yeah, so, yeah.
What do you need from us? What do you want the community to know?
I want the community just to be able to connect with our military community. I don't know, maybe it just might be me. I just see sometimes there is a disconnect between our civilian community and our military community. So I try to want to bring them together so we can all work together. Here in Savannah, we have Hunter Army Airfield, and we have Fort Stewart that's not very far. So we have the two largest military bases out of the state of Georgia.
Yep.
And they're here. They're your neighbors. They're your doctors. They're everywhere. So we need to just come together and the resources and just help and unite with one another and be more understanding of our military community. They're not crazy. They're not crazy at all. They're human beings just like anybody else.
Absolutely. Is there anything else you want us to know?
I got one question.
Do it.
What you got?
You have some veterans who leave the military and are successful. They may have a lawn care business, or they may open a practice, like you said, a doctor. How can they give back to other veterans? How can they support?
Oh, well, definitely with all of the different military organizations, each one of them have a niche of what they do. Being able to volunteer either your time, your talent, just volunteer with that helps a whole lot. We run into, although we're a nonprofit organization, people will charge us.
Oh, yeah.
They're not giving us nothing for free just because your veterans need something. You're not getting it for free because I have a job and you got to pay for it. So if they're able to give back to the community, give back to the military community and not forget about those veterans, that would help out a whole lot. A whole lot.
Awesome. In terms of financial support, though, what do you need? How can people make a difference?
Donating. Donations.
And how do we do
donations. We take donations on our website. You go to our website and they're able to give through Givelify. They're able to give to us through Givelify, PayPal, and our homeless population. Working with getting our veterans into homes and getting them off the streets is our biggest thing that we need help in as far as donating. Another thing that we do is we help veterans in need of cars get into
Nice.
cars throughout the United States through our partnership with the National Auto Body Council. So that's one of our things too that we help veterans with.
I love it. I love it. Dr. Faye Prescott, she is with My Veterans Place Savannah. More than 5 years of making a difference for veterans around the entire country. Frederick, you're the bomb.com, sir. I appreciate you. Yes, and I'm Renee LaSalle. We'll be back with another Savannah Spotlight.